G'day mates. In today's video, we're going to discuss the insane cash cups today. We had Benjy and Savage breaking a point record. We had Playify triple qualifying on EU, NA East, and NA West. We had an EU team winning Middle East. And I want to talk about what's going on with FNCS. Why is it a little over a week away and we have no idea what the prize pool is, what the scoring format is, and how you qualify? And what does this mean? Does this mean we're going to get another huge tournament? Is the prize pool going to be insane and they're waiting to announce it? What evidence do we have? So, there's a lot to talk about. Let's just jump into it. Just quickly, before we jump into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. They're an online learning platform with thousands of courses taught in so many different subjects by real experts in their field. So if you're looking to pick up a new passion, they have courses at the beginner level all the way up to expert if you're trying to increase your already existing skills. So there's no better time and no reason not to pursue that passion you've always been thinking about. You want to get into YouTube, they have videos on how to make new videos, how to edit, how to make thumbnails, how to brand your YouTube channel. If you want to pick up crazy skills like calligraphy, or you want to get into sewing, they have so many different courses in anything you could imagine, and it's 100% ad-free. To make it even better, Skillshare is giving the first 1,000 of you that click the link in the description down below 1 month free premium access to Skillshare so you can try out any of the courses for yourself. You literally have no excuse. Click the link, try it now. We obviously have to start off talking about Benjy Fishy and Mr. Savage setting a point record on EU in opens, getting 249 points in 8 matches. They got 4 wins, and look at this match history. 39 elim win, 10 elim win, 0 elim 48th, and a 3 elim 15th, but then a 6 elim 5th, 10 elim 4th, and then finishing off the tournament in high elo, by the way. These were the highest skill-based matchmaking lobbies, getting a 20 elim win, finishing this game with 5 minutes until queues closed, and then getting a game 5 seconds before the tournament ends to get another 19 elim win. And I found this one extra interesting, and I really wanted to talk about it because I made a video about maybe a little over a week ago talking about how funny it was that I found that people were saying that Benjy and Savage should split up because they didn't qualify for finals, I think 2 weeks in a row, and one of them, Benjy Fishy, was sick. So it just goes to show that we need to just not jump on this hate bandwagon. As soon as a well-known team, a good team, starts placing a little bit poorly for a little bit, don't instantly jump on the washed bandwagon. Less than 2 weeks later, they came third in the last set lobbies they placed in and then broke a point record. Not only that, they did it while both streaming. It was awesome. I think combined they had like 50,000 viewers at the very end. It was super exciting. It was really funny. I enjoyed watching it almost more than I've enjoyed watching any Fortnite in a while. It was sick to see, and they've been grinding. They deserved it. They played really, really well. I'm excited to see how they go in finals, because a lot of these teams that are doing really well in opens tend to kind of fall out in the finals when they came top 3 last time. So I'm excited to see if with that momentum they can back it up with a win in a couple days time, but we'll have to see. We also had Mustache and Malibuka coming in second on 198 points, which is over 50 points behind Benjy Fishy and Savage, just to show how insanely dominant they were. Then we had Hen and Queasy in third, Rifty I believe is, and Flodax in fourth, Janice and Noel Riley in fifth, Nana and KS1 Light, I'm sorry. Artist team, we had Kami and Teak up there, Ristretto, and then Marco. It was pretty good. The finals are looking super stacked for EU. There was quite an insane performance across the board, but one I wanted to shout out in particular. We had Playify today playing with Peterbot and NA East drop a 30 bomb in their final game to clutch up the qualification. I'll show you the last minute, the last bit of that gameplay. I know some of you are going to make some SMG memes in the comments, but I got to show you how they got a 30 bomb in their last game to qualify on EU from NA East.
Dead.
Down high. Shoot, down high. Wait, you killed him?
Yeah, kid, low ground.
Hurt.
Watch me low ground, dead.
Dead, I'm dead.
Oh, GG's.
2v1. Wait. Bro. I had the Christmas 1 HP. There was 2 cranking up on me. It'd be 28.
Nothing reloaded, bro.
Nice. You got this, bro. No, it's not worth. Just
it
hold that on
builds.
the right. Yeah, look on the right hand peak, right hand. Right there. What I said, nice
Oh my god!
stuff, bro.
I don't think that's enough.
Not only did they clutch up a 30 bomb to qualify on EU from NA East, Playify also managed to triple qualify today. He qualified on EU with Peterbot and then on NA East and NA West with Oliver OG. So Playify is playing phenomenal. I know a lot of you guys in the comments are going to just say, oh, controller SMG, try and take it away from him. But it's a topic we'll talk about later in the video when we talk about NA West and why so many big pros aren't qualifying right now. But you got to give Playify his moment. He was playing insane today. That is like a 12-hour grind. I think it's 13 hours from when the Cash Cup start to when they finish. And he streamed the entire thing and triple qualled. So big shout out to Playify. Before I get into talking about NA East and NA West, I want to talk about what is going on with FNCS. You might be realizing, wait a second, we're like pretty much over halfway through the season. FNCS starts in less than a week and we know next to nothing. I haven't just not made a video on it. There's just no information. We had a tweet from Epic Games on the 13th of January that told us the dates. We now know that FNCS is kicking off on the 17th. Both the qualifiers are going to run back to back in the first week across 4 days. The semifinals are the weekend after and the finals are the weekend after that. So a month from now, FNCS will be over and we don't even know what the prize pool is, the qualifying format, or the scoring format. And that has a lot of people very rightfully scared. Again, I've already given my opinion on the condensed FNCS. I don't like it only being 3 weeks. I don't know why we have 4 days of qualifiers and that is it for FNCS. We have a 100-day season. We could have had FNCS starting now. A week ago, there was plenty of time to get the competitive meta going, to get everything solidified and then jump into it. So it makes me think potentially there's something even bigger going on. Maybe it's a huge prize pool announcement. Maybe there's something else they're looking to announce with FNCS, like it's the qualifier for like a skirmish that's the start of next season. Like I've got to think there's something else going on. Maybe it's a major Fortnite gameplay update and they had to make FNCS short so it didn't collide with it. Like the week after FNCS, we get like half the map explodes or we get like a Marvel level update. I don't know. There has to be something going on for the reason why we have FNCS in less than or almost a week and we know next to nothing. Again, let me know in the comments down below. What are your theories? Do you think it's just Epic, you know, just not communicating? Do you think there's something else exciting going on? Have I missed something? Because again, Epic has gotten a lot better with their communication recently. And we've got the tweets letting us know the dates. We got blog posts hyping up when FNCS was coming. They told us it was going to be in February, like months ago. Why are they telling us when it's going to be months ago, but then we don't know the prize pool a week out? Like again, I know knowing my luck, I'm sure I'm going to post this video and tomorrow they're going to announce everything. The prize pool is going to be crazy. I'm going to make another video on it, but I wanted to take this part of the video to explain to you guys who keep seeming to be asking me on my Twitch chat and in the comments what's going on with FNCS. I'm not just not covering in a video, we just haven't been given any information for almost a month now. I know I don't talk too much about Middle East in my videos. I apologize. I can't follow every single region. I just don't have the times with language barriers and I just don't know enough pros, but I did notice today that Floki and Clement managed to come first place on Middle East. We've seen some pretty crazy recent placements of teams and players like Seti from EU winning a game on NA West and finishing top 5 in finals, but I thought a team from a different region winning the qualifiers in another region, so Floki and Clement from EU winning Middle East definitely deserved at least a shout out, so props to them. That is pretty insane. I don't know what kind of ping EU gets to Middle East, but I know it's at least around 100 surely. NA East was a completely different story to EU. We pretty much had a whole bunch of new teams absolutely popping off, which was awesome to see. Jays and Nut, their first time as far as I can see playing together, getting 199 points. Nut was obviously an absolute demon during Trio FNCS, and I really haven't heard anything of so far this season. Was playing with Slacks and has now started playing with Jays, and 199 points, 7 matches, 3 wins was a really, really good kickoff performance for them. So we'll see how they go in the set lobbies. We had a couple of old and familiar faces. Rokane and Users coming in second, Cold and Scented finding themselves back on the top of the leaderboard again. But then we had one of our new teams, Peterbot and Nani, a completely new team in 4th, Tahi Edgy in 5th, we had Quanti and Byla in 6th. Again, Byla just seems to be performing really, really well right now. Booga and Threats in 7th, and now don't panic. I know what you're thinking, wait, Booga and Threats, what happened with Miro? It's just because Booga's been invited to the Twitch Streamer Bowl, so he wasn't able to actually play in the finals, so he ended up playing with Threats, and Miro ended up playing with Avery because Muzz is also invited to the Streamer Bowl finals. So a lot of those teams, you might be confused why they're playing together, what happened, why is Muzz not playing with Avery? It's just because the Streamer Bowl is on at the same time as the finals. We had Death and Bank in 8th, we had Flo and Nos in 9th, and then we had Macwood and Pump in 10th. Again, a brand new team. So really exciting to see the top of the NA East leaderboards. There was quite a few really good teams down the board. You're probably asking what's happening with Day and Clicks. Did they set the point record like they were going for? They didn't. They keyed out all their games because again, if they qualified, they wouldn't be be able to play the finals. A lot of people I heard in Twitch chats getting upset that players like Booger were still playing in the finals and qualifying, despite the fact they're not going to play. They're going to go to the streamer bowl instead. I mean, I don't really know where you guys stand. It's a tournament. They still tried their best. They still played really, really well. I mean, if Epic was on top of things, they could maybe roll the spots down, would make a lot of sense, but I guess it's a tournament. They want to play in it either way. So I don't know what your take is on it. I'm not super upset. I'm not going to get the pitchfork out and say Booger shouldn't play the tournament. Maybe he wants to play the Cash Cup over Twitch Streamer Bowl. Who knows? NA West has been a bit of an interesting one so far this season. We've seen a lot of the big names and big players not qualifying pretty consistently. Reed hasn't really been up there with Rex. Arkram and Epic Whale have only qualified 1 week now, but the week they did, they won, showing they're still going to be the set lobby goats, and I'm sure when FNCS comes around, they will be fine. We haven't really seen Fabs and Snacky up there consistently too much. Wavy Jacob did qualify this week. It's just we've been missing those big names, and Reed actually took to social media to vent his frustration and use this as an example of, you know, the meta right now not being that good, or the season not being that good. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on that. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think these pro players aren't performing because the meta, or do you, I mean, I genuinely think that they're just, a lot of them aren't that motivated to grind right now. Reed hasn't been playing the game that much. Epic Whale and Arkram have been playing the tournaments, but they just seem frustrated and mentally not there while playing, which I guess you can blame on the season as well. I think it's also a factor of duos. In trios and the bigger game modes, the top teams are always going to be more consistent if they get their drop uncontested. There's just less RNG when there's more players. That's why squads is a lot of pros' favorite game modes, because if you're a really good squad, you have an uncontested drop spot, there's not much that could really go wrong to hurt your consistency. You know, one fall damage death or getting headshot sniped or one bad rotate really isn't going to throw everything away. We're in duos. If you're not feeling it, you're not motivated, again, maybe again you die to an SMG beam through your walls, or you die to spray. I get it. If you're already frustrated, you give up and you stop playing properly. So I don't know if we can use this as a full example that the meta sucks right now, because you're still seeing really good teams perform consistently, like Benjy and Savage in the last couple weeks. You've seen a lot of the same teams and names do really well on EU and NA East back to back consistently. I know a lot of people are going to point at that and be like, oh, it's because they're just abusing the terrible meta. They're using Spider-Man, they're using SMG, they're not actually good at the game. I would still argue those pros are adapting better. You can't try to take it away from them or hate on them just because they're playing the game the way it's meant to be played right now. But I fully understand why pros like Reed, who have obviously been insanely good at a piece control shotgun meta, are quite frustrated adapting to the new one. I thought I'd mention it because the NA West leaderboard is missing a lot of the big faces and big names. I still think there's a lot up there. Again, a lot of them are NA East. I'm just glancing the leaderboard now. I'm seeing Cease and Elite. I'm seeing Jamper up there, Duke, again, Oliver OG and Playify. Did see Wavy Jacob up there, and Kinzo and Caesar have been playing really consistently. Glace is up there, Quinn. You know, there's a lot of big names in the leaderboard. I'm just glancing at it, but I did want to put Reed's tweet in here because it was getting a lot of attention. I saw a lot of people in the comments discussing, going backwards and forwards, the meta sucks, no, the pros need to adapt, and I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please chuck a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.